How can you understand the Medicare appeals process better? Imagine facing a decision from Medicare that you believe is wrong. Knowing how to challenge it can save you time, money, and stress. That's where understanding the appeals process comes in. When Medicare denies coverage or payment for a service or item, you have the right to ask for a review. This process has 5 levels, each with specific steps to follow. First, you get a notice explaining the decision, called a Medicare Summary Notice for Original Medicare, or an explanation of benefits for Medicare Advantage plans. This notice shows what was approved or denied and why. It also tells you how to appeal if you disagree. The first step is called redetermination. You need to file this within 120 days of receiving the notice. You can do this by filling out a form or writing a letter explaining why you think the decision was wrong. Be sure to include supporting documents, like notes from your doctor. Send everything to the address on your notice. A reviewer who did not make the original decision will look at your case and usually decide within 60 days. If you disagree with this decision, you can ask for reconsideration. This is reviewed by a qualified independent contractor, an outside group not connected to Medicare. You have 120 days to request this step. The QAC should decide within 60 days of receiving your request. If you still do not agree, the third level is a hearing with an administrative law judge. You must request this within 60 days of the QAC's decision. At this stage, you or your representative can present your case, sometimes by phone. The judge listens to both sides and makes a decision based on the facts. The 4th and 5th levels involve reviews by the Medicare Appeals Council and, if needed, federal court. These are less common and used only if earlier decisions do not resolve your issue. For Medicare Advantage or Part D plans, the process is similar but with some differences in timing and who reviews your appeal. Always follow the instructions on your denial notice and keep copies of everything you send. Remember, you do not have to go through this alone. You can get help from your doctor, family members, or a state health insurance assistance program. You can also appoint someone to act on your behalf. If your health is at risk because services are ending too soon, you have the right to ask for a fast appeal. Your provider should give you a written notice explaining how to do this. To better understand the Medicare appeals process, always read your notices carefully, act quickly to meet deadlines, and gather evidence supporting your case. Keep records of all communications and documents. If you win your appeal, Medicare should cover the service or item as originally claimed. Knowing your rights and following the steps can make a big difference if you ever need to challenge a Medicare decision.